taking my time with a heavy load. Don't worry, I'm still trucking down the road.
Oh, so yo, friends and tubers. Been a few days since we've been out here. One nice thing about it's been 80, hot, and windy. So it's been sucking the water up out of this puddle, which, as it always dries up, I always walk around it, because you never know what you're going to find. And this is where my buddy found that awesome apple crate, but it was over on that edge over there. But what we got here, oh, just a little bit of one ear missing. Awesome. Nice little Etley Smith type point. Basically all there. Look how funky doodle that tip got sharpened up. Thank you, Great Spirit. Awesome. One reason why I hate not covering it so tight out here. Because if you don't walk around real tight, oh, you can miss something anywhere. Looks like it's made that way. One-eared point. Awful thin. Awesome.
Sooner or later,
looks like we got something hiding here. It don't take much. A little crevice, a little bit of sand to kind of hide something. Come on. Behold, baby, behold. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Look at that, Dixon. Just a little shoulder nicked off. Otherwise, it's all there. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Great Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just awesome.
so I'm taking
I had to stop for a minute. I love it when you stop. You look around. You go, oh, what's that? What's that over there? You probably can't see it. Probably can't see it, but I can see it. I can see it from way over there. Look at that. Oh. Right up, piled up on all the rocks. Just a little bit of one ear necked off freshly. Tips all there. Corner of that base. We'll take her. Thank you, Great Spirit. Until the tips broke off of it, but I think it's adze. Yep, it is. A little bit end on it. I have found so many adze out here. A whole pile of them at home. And another one I found today. Some really neat material. See, when we were here just a couple days ago, all this here was full of water. Look at all them gigantic piles of rocks. And I know there's arrowheads up in here with them. Gotta be. How can there be all them rocks? There are no arrowheads. Well, here's where some water drained out. All these big rocks in here. This thing here laying behind them all with ears. Oh, and a tip. Oh, thank you. Man, so lucky that didn't get heavily damaged and all that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Great Spirit. Put the camera on and looked over this way, we'd have had a live action. Look at that, laying right down in there. Another nice one. Heck yeah. Thank you, Great Spirit. I'm gonna have to move some rock. Look around. Boy, I love these little water holes like this. When they start drying up, there's a little blade. That's some pretty material, ain't it? Yes, it is. Awesome. Look at that. A little spider down there crawling on it. Oh, look at that. What a little apple creek. Awesome. Thank you, Great Spirit. What a killer day. Killer.
Taking my time.
I was hoping for another killer little bird point. It's got a little bit of tip missing. What's up with my macro? Sorry folks, I don't know what's up with the macro. Just a little bit of tip miss. Translucent. Awesome. Thank you, Great Spirit.
With a heavy load.
Now right there's a heartbreaker. Mainly because we can't pick it up and keep it. And how do I know it's an eagle feather and not a buzzard feather? Because they look a lot alike. Mostly because of them white spots in it right there. There's a bird just becoming mature. And then you can tell by the way the grain and everything runs on their feathers. It's a lot different than a buzzard. We in the Yahoo.
Don't worry.
The other day, this little bitty puddle, just 2 days ago, was huge. You couldn't see anything in it. And this is why I love it when they start drying up some. Ooh. See everything but the tip. Let's hope it's there. Let's hope it's there. Oh, 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 man. What a smoking point. Looks, it might be translucent. Yeah, that's killer. Man, look how thin that is. That material. Oh, oh. Not a nick in it anywhere. Awesome. Thank you, Great Spirit. Ah, thank you, thank you.
Still trucking down the road.
Now, this is a spot I know I walked in the other day. Picked up a few of them. But right there is the one I walked over. Or walked past. I don't know if this spot had a little water setting in it or not. I can't remember. I know farther, a few feet up in front of me, there's a puddle. That's where we're going to look at. But it's sure nice to find that one on the way. Yes, sir. See, ones like this, or a lot of them like this I pick up. Them all go to my nieces and nephews for Christmas, and I've started birthdays, but I think we're just going to have to go back to only Christmas. That's a Christmas point right there.
Sooner or later.
And here I was, after that last point found over there. I thought, alright, I'm dead tired. Been out here good 3-4 hours, whatever it's been. Walked a bunch. About to kill myself. Ready to get the heck out of here, go get something to drink, and boom. And I'm thinking, man, is this another path that somebody skipped? Because I know back there a little ways, I've seen one of my buddy's foot tracks. And that's the thing. See, when I hunt a field, I try to hunt everything. You know, from one side to the other, cover it all. Cover it in a grid pattern systematically. That way you find everything. Little Johnson, I think. Just a little bit of tip missing. And then when I was over there in the other spot, because the creek's still up pretty good, rolling pretty good. Hear this boat coming down river. I'm thinking, well, okay, some guy fishing. And I hear him stop about middle ways. Then the deer run across out of the woods through the field, and I'm thinking, huh? He parked right next to them to catfish or something? Now I look up, and there's this dude standing out there with no shirt on, hat on, and everything. I'm like, oh, okay, you know, cool, whatever. You know, didn't look like anybody I'd recognize. Well, right there's a piece of live action. It's broke, but that was live. That was live. The man who brought live action to the tubers. The Arrowhead hunting finds live action. Ain't that great? Yeah, someone was whining because I had been out here. Well, if I ain't out here, somebody else is going to be out here. So, we're ready to go home, do a big cleanup, have a, actually want to get me a big frickin' fountain soda on the way out. I'm dying for some sugar. Bad. Bad. Then I gotta go home, wash a bunch of crappie, vacuum seal it up to freeze it, and everything else. I need to go catch some today, but I'm too tired to go home and do stuff.
I'll get to the line.
What a heck of a day. Heck of a day. 77 pieces. But only 22 of them are whole, so that's 55 brokes, counting the almost points. Tons of almosts. Come on, macro. That would have been a killer, Dixon. That's a heartbreaker there now. All the almost points. We'll look at them real quick. That one there. There. Little Smith or Etley Point, Melville. Awful thin. Just missing the tip. Little Woodland Point here. Just missing a little bit of tip. Looks like it had an impact break on it. Little point here, missing a little tip, little nick in the blade. There's a drill bit. There might have been another drill piece, but it's a tip. Another almost piece. Another little almost would have been a nice Kramer. Right there, just missing the tip. Then a bunch of ads. Oh, I kept 2 manufactured flakes. I looked for that one, that material that matched my buddy's point. I couldn't find it, but that one there really caught my eye. I always love that material right there. But I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ads today in this little preform chopper scraper deal. But some of these are really nice ads. And some really nice bits to them. Really nice material too. And all the brokes, man, just heartbreakers. But that's field hunting. Plow's gonna break them. A lot of them are broke by ancient man. It's hard to know, but we know a lot of these preformed blades like this got broke during the making. I know that because of years at the dirty hole. A lot of guys would call this little Dixon here an almost because it's missing that little bit of shoulder. But it's got a nice tip and everything else, so to me that's a case point. That's the first point I found. A little nice Smetley point. What's pretty cool is how that tip is sharpened up. And it looks like it come to a needle tip that hooked off to the left there. I'd never seen, well, maybe I've seen a point or two like that before, but not very many. Little blade I found here. It's got just a little nick right out of that right there. This little blunt is pretty cool. It's got a little nick in the base there, but got a heck of a little blunted edge on it. Little Snyder's point. What do you think about that, Snyder point, man? That first blade I found. That's some really neat material too. It just has that little trigger bite right there. Nice little Apple Creek. Little Steuben point. Made out of some nice material. Quartzite material. There's that last one we found. Now, I called it a Johnson. It may be either a Johnson or a Jakey stem. I ain't quite made up my mind yet. Did I show that little Apple Creek? Yeah, I think so. Killer little guy, all there. This point here is pretty neat. That's neat material. It's all there. Just as thin as can be. Shoulders made that way. It's actually like a big flake, but that's the only uniface part on it, is that right there. The rest of it's got all flaking all around it. It's a little Hopewell point. Seen it was fine there last. There's another little Apple Creek. Just got that one ear knocked off. This little Smith here is really cool. That is some awesome material. And he's all there except for that little bitty nick right by the ear. But that's a nice case point for me. 1, 2, 3, 4 old bullets. Some kind of funky little piece of lead, a tooth. There's a couple other tips. And all the broke, so oh, almost forgot the 2 bird points. It ain't too sunny outside, but they're both translucent. Shame that one's missing so much tip, boy, like glass, translucent. Then the most killer of all, this Dixon. Man, look how thin that baby is. Awesome material. All there. And just as nice as can be. Man. I mean, what a day now, what a day. Wish this blade here wouldn't have been broke. It's just some really neat material. Really colorful stuff. Now here's a couple of heartbreakers I didn't show. Now, how's this survive? Really, this ear stays on there, but all that other stuff breaks out. This tip, oh man, whatever it went to, unreal. It's just paper thin and immaculately worked. Immaculately worked. And then that guy I met out there that drove up in the boat, I kind of wanted to show him, but I think he was some kind of weird doper. Maybe meth or maybe even that crocodilia stuff, because once in a while, you know, I got large pores, so I might get a pimple or something on my arm, especially if I've been scratching in the dirt or something like that. But that dude had weird sores all over his arms. Look how red I got today. I mean, his arms looked terrible. Terrible. Looked awful. And then he like it was like it took him 30 minutes to look at 20 yards of what I already looked at. So I kind of figured he was probably one of them tweaker kind of guys, but man, his arms just like, it looked like his flesh was getting eaten off, so maybe he does that weird crocodilia stuff too they've been talking about. I don't know. I just know I had never seen him out there before. But hey, that's how it happens, you know. So that was 77 today, 125 the other day, and 120 the first day. That's like over 300 frickin', over 300. I think I've got somewhere around 30 decent points out of there. That's not the other two guys, and I mean all their points, but that's all the points together between all three of us in 3 trips. The only time it's ever gonna do that like that, otherwise you may walk around for 3 days and find that. Or you might walk around for 3 days and find that in a normal situation. But when the big creek gets up and eats that soft dirt away, this is what you get. Stellar surface hunting at its finest. It only comes that way. Right timing, right situation, right conditions. Thank you all for enjoying the little Stone Age story series. I'll probably throw a little explanation about that in one of the next coming videos, because there's a lot of aspects to that, more than what you even have a clue about. What a killer day. Just love it. Loved it, love it, love it. But, you know, I take this very gratefully, very humbly, because one of these days, I'm not going to be able to get out and do this no more. I mean, it kills me every time I go out and do anything, but it's leisure activities, and I have to push myself to do that. Everybody, my doctor says everybody should exercise, especially those who have health problems. It's more important for us to exercise than anybody else. Anybody else. Oh, this thing here, material, it'd have been killer. Just all kinds of craziness. Alright, I'll quit yakking away. I don't want to make the video a mile long, which it probably is. I'll probably have to cut out some findings. But thanks for always coming along. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all your comments. I appreciate you guys that have always been here with me and that leave a lot of comments all the times a lot. I really do. So, thank you. Oh, happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there, and happy Mother's Day to all my mothers of all my friends. Hope everyone has a fantastic Mother's Day weekend. May the Great Spirit always bless upon everything you do.
But it's a heavy load, so I'm taking my time. Sooner or later, I'll get to the line. But it's a heavy load, so I'm taking my time. Oh, it's a heavy load,